Say hey, sports fans, it's Your Sports Jim with today's Your Sports 1-minute instructional video, which in full disclosure actually runs longer than a minute, but we've been advised to say 1 minute by our highly paid consultants. We're going to cover the art of the faux. Foedom. Foedom has such a pleasingly antagonistic, unpleasant ring to it, doesn't it? What exactly is Foedom, and why should you be itching to become somebody's foe on your sports? Think of Foedom as an artistic expression of your contempt, your utter disdain for an arrogant athlete, a curmudgeon of a coach, a cheap owner, a droning broadcaster, a sketchy agent, or really any of the hate-deserving teams, leagues, or even entire sports. Foeing can be the equivalent of mocking, shaming, belittling, and dissing others, sometimes directed at the privileged, sometimes at the less fortunate. Which, hey, we readily admit is often frowned upon in today's extra-sensitive PC society, but not when it comes to sports, partner. We're not really partners at this point, are we? Guess you might want to foe me for that. All right, so among the many awesome things you can do on Your Sports, and please head over to www.yoursports.com and sign up right now if you haven't already. It's the ability to become a foe of an annoying, ill-mannered, or confoundingly skilled opponent. For example, it would make a lot of sense. And trust me, few people outside of Durham, North Carolina would ever second guess you if you became a foe of former Duke Blue Devils men's basketball player Christian Laettner, and to foe him. Now, how are we going to do that? I'm going to show you on the screen. We're going to go up to the search box. I've made the assumption that you have already signed in to Your Sports. Go up to that search box. We're going to type in Christian Laettner. And to be honest with you, I can already sense that annoying haircut making its way right to my screen. There is Christian Laettner. Okay, so we're going to go over here to the icons in your right corner here. And we're going to choose the thumbs down. The thumbs down is the universal symbol for Foedom. We are going to click on that. And that gives me an opportunity to share, publicly announce my disdain for Christian Laettner. I'm going to do that. I'm going to share it through Facebook and or Twitter. I'm going to do both. I'm going to click share. And there you go. I'm actually, I was already following him, but now I'm going to follow Christian Laettner again, and I'm going to therefore get any derogatory comments that may show up in our tag to Christian Laettner. They're going to show up happily in my newsfeed. All right, so hey, while we're at it, might as well go over to Duke men's basketball, and let's go ahead and become we're going to become a foe of Duke, and I'm going to share that proudly with the world as well through Facebook and Twitter. I'm going to click on share. And I want to make sure that I follow Duke as well. And there you go. I am now a foe of Christian Laettner and of Duke basketball. Now look, when it comes to these Foedom decisions, I mean, anyone can become a foe of the New York Giants or the Los Angeles Dodgers, and we would certainly encourage you to do so immediately, if not sooner. But that doesn't really require all that much creativity, does it? I mean, it doesn't really draw out your inner hater. On the other hand, astutely selecting former Major League Baseball All-Star second baseman and 2000 MVP Jeff Kent as the object of your repulsion, just because you're a hardcore San Francisco Giants fan, 3 World Series championships in the past 5 years, in case you haven't been keeping track, and are still mightily upset with that infamously curmudgeonly red-ass Kent for bolting shamelessly down to the Dodgers and for combining that trans-California transition transgression with his being a freaking Cal Bear. And no, please do not, under any circumstances, misquote me as having called Jeff Kent a tranny. That would be libelous, and come on, we have no idea if that's even true. Okay, so Jeff Kent, in he goes. Jeff Kent. He's going to pop up. There's Jeff Kent, retired second baseman, Major Leagues. There's Jeff in his Dodger uniform. I'm already a foe. That makes a lot of sense. So I am a foe of Jeff Kent. I could become his fan like this, And I'm not going to share that to anybody. In fact, I'm going to go back now and I'm going to become his foe again because it's so much fun and I want to share that again. So now I have let everybody know that despite the fact that Jeff Kent went to Edison and played for the Chargers and then went to Cal, and then played for the Giants, loved him when he was with the Giants, couldn't wait to beat him up when he went down to the Dodgers. So, okay, now you can join a mounting legion of foes of USC football. Okay, let's go to USC football. And I am definitely a foe of USC football. That is going to happen right here. I'm going to go over to my icon. I'm going to click on it, and I am going to share that to everybody I know. Most of them already know, actually. Okay, so you could become a foe of any of the eminently foeable former head coaches like Lame Kiffin or Cheaty Petey Carroll or FirePaulHackett.com. And what about the infamous John McKay, that guy who once proclaimed how he wished he could beat my favorite team, the Stanford Cardinal, by 1,000 points. Man, what a Trojan tool. All right, look, bro, and seriously, you might want to think about foeing me just for calling you bro. And since at this point it should be pretty obvious that I'm baiting you. At Your Sports, we tend to think of Foedom as a sublime expression of spirited rivalry, more of a good old-fashioned, almost friendly sports hate than literally wishing anyone ill. We don't go around driving copper nails in historic trees or burning our logos into other guys' lawns or placing an opponent's logo at the bottom of a Hooters men's urinal. Can it, sport? There's no proof I actually did that. Okay, there I go again. Feel free to foe me for using the term sport and the archaic expression can it. Okay, so now you see how to become a foe of someone or something. It doesn't necessarily have to mean you really hate another team, coach, owner, or athlete, but it certainly can. Sports hate can be a lot of fun. In fact, one of my all-time favorite players is former XFL self-branding legend He Hate Me, who famously wore that rather odd nickname on the back of his game day uniform. On pain of dilution, I could not have told you what that guy's real name was. Rod Smart, sorry. But I'm a huge fan of him on Your Sports. Foedom. It's delightful. It's delicious. Won't make you famous, won't make you rich, but it sure can make somebody your